Come here. Look at this. Hi. Hey guys, my name is Sierra. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am currently a first-year nursing student and I am in my 3rd term of nursing school. This is my sister. Ow. This is my sister's puppy. He's a little golden retriever, but he is clearly teething because he's biting everything he can get his hands on. Aren't you? And that hurts. How cute is your face? Sorry, you guys have to say goodbye to him because I cannot talk while he keeps biting me. Bye-bye. You see this? All right, so I just wanted to sit down and talk with you guys about an experience that happened to me. I promised myself that when I started this channel, I would share my nursing school experience and be completely open and honest and real. While my experience has been truly amazing thus far, I did have something happen last term, and you can probably tell by the title of this video. I just finished up spring break and I'm in my 3rd term of school right now. But last term during finals, I took a test for pathophysiology and I did not do good. I failed it. I feel like I'm okay right now because so much time has passed, but when I first found out, I was just pretty devastated. I don't know, it was extremely discouraging, especially when you put so much time into studying and then that's what happens. You take a standardized test and then it's basically telling you like you did not do good enough. So I got a 67% on it, and the test was a mock HESI. I wasn't really sure what HESIs were prior to that term, but now that I've started my 3rd term, we were already starting to talk about them, and so now I'm more aware of how they're kind of like practice tests to prepare you for the NCLEX. In my school, they're not a part of your grade. They're supposed to show you, you know, your weaknesses and your strengths and what you need to work on and study for, so you can be successful when you take the NCLEX and pass it. But this was an exam that actually counted towards our grades, so it was worth 100 points. So on the day I took it, I actually had my pathophysiology final, and then a couple hours later I had my HESI final. And then the day before that I had my pharmacology final, and then the day before that I had my chronic illness final. It was just a lot, and I was so focused on studying for the 3 classes that I really paid no attention to this whole HESI thing, although it had been stressing me out from the beginning of the term. I'd been thinking like, how do I prepare for this? Like, what is it? I was asking everybody how they're studying for it. I almost feel like I like brought it into my life. Like I was stressing about it so much that I don't know. Anyways, I studied so much for those 3 classes, and when the HESI came around, I didn't necessarily know how to study for it. It just wasn't really talked about in my program because there just wasn't questions being asked. So nobody was really at fault. It wasn't the topic of conversation. After my 3 finals, by the time it was time for me to take my HESI, I was just like so pooped. I mean, for lack of better words, I was like a freaking zombie. I was exhausted, tired. I was having trouble reading the words on the paper. I just wanted to get it done with. I wanted it to be over and I just wanted to have a break. And the test itself, it wasn't like it was that hard. And I say that and I failed it, but I wasn't thinking it was super hard. There was just a lot of questions where 2 of them really could be the right answer. And then there was a lot of questions that if you don't know, like, how do I explain this? Like when you're reading from a textbook or something and you skip like a little insert of like a little story or just like a little diagram, you skip over that. That was the type of questions that were on there, like something really small and minuscule. I left the exam feeling pretty terrible. We didn't even get our grades back that day, and so I was anxiously awaiting. But I had a bad feeling. You know, you just have a gut feeling. I got my grade back the next day and found out I failed it. I passed my other patho exam, but I failed this one, and luckily I had a really good grade in the class, so it didn't really affect it. I still passed the class and actually got an A in the class, but it did something else, and it's called a strike. I'm curious to know what other people have in their nursing programs. I'm gonna explain what it is and tell me if you have something similar in your program. I'm curious. Basically, we have a strike system and we're all aware of it from the beginning of nursing school. It's in the student handbook. If you score below a 75% on an exam, that's failing, but if you score below a 70%, you get a strike. That's actually really failing in normal college, because below a 70 I think is a D, but in nursing school, failing is below 75. Anyways, are you following me? I hope so. I got a strike because of that exam. And you can only get 3 strikes in my program, and on your 4th one, you get dismissed. And this is for the whole 2 years, so it's a cumulative. I mean, you can get strikes for other various reasons, but I think the big reason why people get them is academically. And I had to meet with an instructor and do a success plan on how I'm going to move forward and turn in an essay on how I'm going to do that. Actually, I haven't done that yet. That's due next week, so I'll get started on that soon. And I got to look over my exam, and that's always the worst. So I got to look over it and see my answers, and then see the correct answers. And they have the rationale behind them. Some of them I looked at, and I'm like, how did I miss that? Because I feel like I'm pretty good at rereading a question and going back over it, or skipping something if I don't know it, and then returning to it. But I don't know. I was just, I mean, it is what it is. I failed it, and I guess I'm sharing this with you. Oh. I mean, first of all, oh my God, what I'm trying to say. First of all, I was definitely hard on myself and pretty upset, thinking that I could have done better and had spent more time studying for that instead of cramming. I didn't really cram when I studied for those classes, but like the last week before all of them, I was studying a ton. But I could have been kind of trying to prepare for the HESI throughout the term and like practicing HESI questions. I didn't even do that. I felt like I didn't have any time. The reason why I wanted to film this video and share this with you guys is because I know I'm not the only one that has failed a test before. And I'm not the only one that has failed this test that I just took. And I know people that have failed other tests in nursing school, and I just want to talk. I feel like as a student, maybe especially with nursing school, because you feel like you've worked so hard to get here, you've had this whole long journey. I mean, at least this is how it is in pretty much the West Coast. I know it's a little different in other states, but you do all these prerequisites that are like a couple of years, then you have to apply for school, and you're volunteering in the midst of this and trying to work as a CNA. I mean, there's like so many different factors that come into play just to apply for school, and then you can get rejected, and then or you can get accepted. So once you're finally in the program, it's just like, it feels so nice, but like walking on eggshells a little bit, because like you have to be very careful, you have to do really well, you worked so hard to get here. I want to talk with you guys and say that if you failed a test, if you've failed a class, if you've failed a quiz, I mean, if you've done anything in school that has just really like a dagger to the chest, I'm so sorry. It sucks, but it is what it is, and you are not alone in that at all. I'm right here with you. There are so many other people in my cohort that are right there with you, and I guess all we can really do is look at it as a learning experience and be better prepared for a next opportunity, and look at the positives in it. It's a wake-up call. Also, when you like get an answer wrong, then I feel like when you get shown the correct answer, it actually really sticks in your head, and then you understand that concept. What I want to take away is that if you're watching this and something similar has happened to you, know you are not alone. Do not beat yourself up. Take a deep breath, moment by moment, day by day, and remember that everything will always work out perfectly, and you're in control of your life and the decisions that you make and your actions, and you just have to continuously strive to do better, and you can, because that's what life is about. You're growing and developing and gaining more tools and just evolving. So I just wanted to share this. I thought you guys should know. Nursing school is not easy. Not just specifically nursing school. School isn't easy. Even if you're not in nursing school right now and something else happened and you feel like you failed at it or something like that, just remember you're not alone. How many times am I gonna say that in this video? We all go through things. Sometimes we can feel like we're really alone going through something, but the truth is you're not. Chances are somebody's gone through something very similar, if not like the exact same thing that you're going through. So just keep that in mind and stay positive. I feel like I'm like kind of telling this to myself right now. I just wanted to be real with you guys and be transparent and share that with you guys. So that's where I'm at in school. I just started my 3rd term and I'm taking pharmacology 2, pathophysiology 2, and acute illness 1. So I will have another pathophysiology mock HESI, that's a part of my grade at the end of this term. It all works out one way or another. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my videos and commenting all your kind words, and I'm just really happy that I get to share this experience. I am really excited for what is in store. So thank you for supporting me, and I hope you guys are having a lovely rest of your day, and I promise I will see you very, very soon. Bye guys.